Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. I am your brother, old guy from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother Sam and Viral Hip Hop News. We are live in the building. It is Friday. Another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Oh God, what's good, my brother?
What up? What up to everybody that's coming in the building tonight? As you come in the building, go ahead and drop those area codes. Also, if you rock with us one time, two times, I need you to do me two favors. Go ahead and hit the like button. And at some point during this podcast, share this video with at least one other person. But we in the building tonight, man. The Uncensored Truth Podcast live like we are every Friday night at 8 p.m. We're going to get it in, man. Talk about your latest hip-hop topics from around the world this past week. Do a recap and do the damn thing today and get the hell up out of here tonight, man. You already know how we do. Let's get it.
Man, the playoffs on tonight, man. They got the Bucks Raptors game coming on real soon.
Yeah.
Got a nice light lineup, for you guys this evening. Make sure you drop those area codes. Shout out to everybody listening on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets. Be dropping tomorrow morning. Man, I'm excited for this evening, man. Real quick, oh God, who you got tonight in the game? Milwaukee Bucks or the Raptors?
I'm gonna go with the Raptors.
Already winning game two?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a tight-knit series. Gonna go probably 6, maybe 7.
Mm-hmm.
They'll win tonight. Maybe take one in Toronto, 1 or 2, and that's gonna go down to the wire, I think, with that series. But what do you think, man? You think the Bucks got that one?
I said it was gonna be a 7, and if the Bucks come out tonight, they would all have taken care of home and got home field advantage taken care of. But I don't see the Raptors taking care of home field in Toronto. And if they will take one in Toronto and the Bucks take these two here, it's no chance. I see this going 7, so I got the Raptors tonight too. Okay. I see Kawhi Leonard stepping up. I see Ibaka stepping up. I see my man, I keep forgetting his name, out of Villanova, Kyle Lowry stepping up and them doing their thing, man.
Right. You think they got a chance to win it all? I'm seeing a lot of people write about the Bucks. They, if KD doesn't come back into the lineup, soon, and they get into the championship, and it's the Bucks and the Warriors just looking ahead, it's most likely going to be that.
Right.
Do you see the Bucks being able to knock them off this year?
I didn't, but it's seeming like more and more people are leaning towards that.
Yeah.
The more you listen to the sports channels and you listen to the experts talk about it, they're saying it doesn't matter if KD comes back or not. The Milwaukee Bucks are going to be your next NBA champions, which is just hard for me to believe. Yeah, I fuck with the Greek freak. I fuck with a lot of his components, but I don't know too much about the Bucks yet. I can't even hold you. Right. So, I mean, we will see. Yeah. I like the Warriors, how they constructed now. I like that Kevin Durant's out because it's forcing a lot of them stars to step back up and get back together and get back to those grinding years, the way they got to be the Warriors that they are. Kevin Durant back in the lineup obviously strengthens the team, and I see them winning the NBA championship with or without him. I don't know if I'm stretching it, but I don't know. I don't see anybody dethroning them. Outside, I like a LeBronian effort, and if the Greek freak can go in there and dethrone the champions, it's like dethroning the Patriots, then damn, all right, you may be on the stage right now.
Yeah.
You may be considered one of the best.
I was surprised to see, because I kind of fell off watching basketball to see that the Milwaukee Bucks was like the top team right now and doing a damn thing, over there. What do you think about the Knicks not getting the first, not winning the lottery, getting the first pick?
Shout out to the Pelicans.
Yeah, the Pelicans. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, shout out to the Pelicans. I'm saying they're about to get Zion Williamson most likely down there. And what do you think about them in the future now? If he comes along, goes there, like it looks like it's going to happen, you see them being a formidable opponent to the, winning some championships to the Warriors and other teams? It
depends on who stays around. Now, Anthony Davis is obviously rumored to want to leave. He's trying to get up out of there. He wants to go elsewhere. It was rumored that he may go to New York now that Zion is in New Orleans. It was rumored that he may go to LA with LeBron. I think it all goes around what's going to happen with Anthony Davis. Now, if Anthony Davis stays with Zion Williamson, you might got some firepower out there. You've been to New Orleans. We love the people down there in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I mean, the city is electrifying, and what better way for them to be excited than have a winning basketball team down there too, on top of the Saints and just on top of just being Louisiana and the culture they got down there in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be great for the city, a real booming city. Money and economics would be great. I mean, it makes sense, but we'll see what happens.
The Knicks they was chomping at the bit. They really wanted, even though it was like a slim chance that they would get that pick to acquire Williamson. They crying all in the media and all that. I mean, the Knicks are done, man. Y'all done forever. No
Yeah,
more
man.
Patrick Ewing and my man Allen Houston in those days. It's over.
John Stocks.
Yeah, man.
Charles Oakley.
Too
They
old for
had
the
some
day.
ballers, man.
Yeah,
Anthony Mason, rest in peace.
yeah.
Somebody in the chat room said Bucks won't make it past the Raptors. Now,
Ooh.
the Raptors just got past your squad, the Sixers, and I like the Sixers too. I ain't gonna hold you. I love that young squad they got built over there. And you were impressed by what the Raptors were doing. You enjoyed what they were doing, the squad they had. You have respect for them going into game one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see them having a chance against Milwaukee at all? Do you give them a shot, or is it just a done deal?
I think 6-7. Like I said, once you get to that 7th, anything can happen. But the Bucks is going. This is a big game tonight, which I said I think the Raptors will win it.
Yeah.
But going back to Toronto, if they could get this win, going back to Toronto, they can find a way to string. They got to get both of those, I think, to win the series. In Toronto, they could probably get this thing done. So that's 3 straight wins. But Leonard, man, he's proven himself to be clutch, as clutch as you can be. People are already comparing him to Kobe. A lot of people don't like that.
That's crazy.
Not yet. You know what I'm saying? But
Kawhi, but that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if he can continue to do his thing, and if he gets to wins it, and continues to do so, maybe we could have that. But that's years down the road. But yeah, man, I was thoroughly impressed, by him. Like, what the fuck is this dude? I mean, the Sixers can't stop this dude. This dude is just, you know what I mean? Then that last shot, man. I was actually recording with my phone. I'm like, this is about to go into overtime. Boom, boom, boom.
I thought it was going into overtime.
Yeah,
so I'm watching like, all right, here comes another 5 minutes.
And then everybody in the crib just like,
whoa.
Damn, and this is speechless. Yeah. And it's almost like it's, So yeah, man, I'm loving basketball again, and it's gonna be a good game to watch, definitely.
Gonna be fun, man. We looking shout out to all the people in the NBA, man. A great sport. We love it. Indeed. Knicks are gonna be trash for the next 100 years. I hope not. Because I love when the Knicks were good. I love when the Bulls were good. Mm-hmm. I remember when you had the Pacers that were great. Like these teams, and not that the Pacers are a big market or anything, but I just remember when these teams were good, basketball just seemed to be different. Mm-hmm. And I love NBA's crop of young athletes now. I like where it's going. But New York Knicks got to get good again. The Lakers got to get good again. The Bulls got to get good again for it really to be like, yeah.
Now, there was rumors the other day that I seen an article that there will possibly them talking about Ben Simmons for LeBron, meaning that LeBron could possibly, it's just possibility, a rumor right now, come to Philly. I would love to see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that it would make sense. I don't know.
This is why it won't make sense. This is why it doesn't. It's not going to happen because LeBron's not in LA just for basketball. He's one of the most brilliant basketball minds we've had within our last generation, and he understands completely that the Lakers ain't shit right now. He knows it. But he's in LA trying to build a whole brand, build up platform upon platform, and he knows LA is where he needs to be to do that. Mm-hmm. And I don't think LeBron right now in this stage of his career, dare I say, is worried about championships necessarily. I'm not saying that taking away from his winning or his heart for winning or things like that, but I just think LA is a spot for him and his family that he needs to be right now to take care of the other sides of the business. And Philly going out there, as much as he would be in the East, a favorite to win the NBA championship, and damn sure come out of the East with that squad around him. Yeah. Put Ben Simmons in LA and put LeBron with that team right now with Embiid, and shit,
they winning. They gonna need to go. Yeah.
They going. It's a fact.
Right.
So it makes sense from a championship perspective, but I think LeBron's in LA far more than basketball.
I mean, but you got to look at it though. I mean, I agree, but it's like if the Lakers don't want him no more, and he's still playing basketball, it's about winning championship. You just said it was ass, so. You continue to ruin your legacy year after year because the bottom line is LeBron's in LA to win championships, period. He's not just going there, you know what I mean, to look good and score 40 points and, not make the playoffs. They want them to make the playoffs to compete and beat the damn Warriors and dethrone them. I mean, that's just what it is. So if LeBron is still hungry, it'll make sense for him to come out to Philly with a team that's competing, which I thought he should have came there originally. I don't think he should have went to the Lakers. He should have went to a team like Philly, who's a winning organization, hasn't won in a while, but it would have been a great fit for him to go out there and see the Warriors in the damn championship and knock those boys off. You know what I mean? But, we'll see.
I agree. Something in the chat with my phone. I agree with you, bro. You still want that Sean Taylor card? I fucking completely forgot about it, but yes, I do.
That's what's up.
100%. Give me that. Did you shoot me an email? You might have. I've been so busy. My fault. Shoot me another email if you haven't. I'll drop it in the chat room, and I definitely want that card. But yeah, man, we enjoy that sports talk. We're going to get more sports talk going because we sports, fanatics. Not fanatics necessarily, but we just are athletes at heart. Yeah, grew up playing all these sports, grew up loving the sports. So we definitely got something to bring to the conversation, man. But shout out to everybody in the chat room. Make sure you share that the Uncensored Truth podcast is live. I'm about to share it on Viral Hip Hop News. And let's get to the nitty gritty. What we got going on today first?
Well, speaking of NBA, we're gonna talk about NBA. YoungBoy, pretty much going back to jail. Also, we're gonna talk about 50 Cent reaction to Lord Jamar. You know, when Lord Jamar went in on Eminem. But earlier today, this afternoon, NBA YoungBoy's attorney, pretty much told us that NBA YoungBoy was taken into custody because of a social media post. Because he was on probation, and the easiest way to break it down is that when you're on probation, it's not about you doing the crime. You can't be affiliated. So that shooting that happened in Miami, the other day, it was a video that came out that showed him tending to his, I think it's his girl or something like that. They seen that video as proof of him being involved with that, as well as news reports coming out that said that was between his entourage and somebody else's entourage. I mean, this was what it was. That came out. So they're holding him. He'll be in there for at least 30 days. Anybody who's been on probation, you get violated, you gotta do a certain amount. You can come out like some guys get 160, 180. So you might get a 365 bid you got to do. So right now 30 days for him, but it's crazy because they also said that he wouldn't be charged for this at all. But on the other end, because he was involved with it, now he's back in jail right now. You see the mugshot there. The people who see this later. What do you think about NBA YoungBoy, man, back in jail, man?
What I think about, well, when you hear social media, you automatically want to go, damn, he's stupid. Why did he have his phone out? But it wasn't him. It was like you kind of made me aware of. It was just bystanders out here looking at the situation. Him attending to his girlfriend who took a bullet for him. I mean, not intentionally, but took a bullet for him, and in a situation that got very real, very serious. And now because of a probation violation, he's going to be sitting back in jail. It's energy. Is what I think about it. We talked about him often on here. We always start with him being very talented, out of Louisiana, one of the young boys and one of the young crop of young rappers that's telling a story and really could do this thing for real, for the youth, for the people that listen to that kind of genre of sound. And just time after time after time after time, all you hear is negative, 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 negative. He jumps on his live. It's defense. It's negative. It's negative. And that comes with it. I mean, when you have that kind of spirit and that kind of energy, you bring on negative attention. And I'm not wishing on anything. You know what I mean? But
would you give him an excuse though? Because a lot of times, talking about Kodak Black, and they're in the same age range. I'm not NBA Young might be a little bit younger if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Do you give him that same excuse that you give somebody like Kodak and say, well, he's just young. I expect this from this guy. He's a young man.
Yeah, I do. But what I'm a lot more fearful of from NBA YoungBoy than I am Kodak Black is that even though Kodak Black is doing a lot of self-inflicted things to put himself in situations, you see NBA YoungBoy's energy bringing on other elements of negativity that could potentially get this young brother somewhere way more negative in jail. And that's what I don't want to see happen. So when I speak on NBA YoungBoy, and you may hear me maybe not put my arm around him like I would a Kodak Black, even though I get backlash for that because he's 21 years old. And I remember being 21 as much as you were a man and all this shit and being stupid and wishing somebody would have kind of schooled me. So that's what I do.
But when you was 21 though, Sam, man, you wasn't going in there.
I had my dad.
You know what I'm saying? You wasn't doing what some of these guys, you know what I mean, did. So it's not always, it can be, because we all done some things in our 20s like, man, we would never do now. But it comes a point where you got to be responsible for your actions. You know what I mean? And if you see a pattern, but there's a trail where, people starting to get shot, people going to jail. Like you said, it's the energy that's starting to come back. So just want to change that up, you know what I'm saying, and get out of that environment, because it can only end a few ways, you know what I mean, with that type of, putting that type of energy out like that. But, again, we always want to see the best, for these young dudes. I mean, young Black entrepreneur doing his thing, came out the hood and whatnot, traveling the world. He's famous, but at what cost? It's not worth your life. It's not worth probation violations for nutty shit like that. You gotta, at some point, put the head on your shoulder and say, okay, I'm a businessman, I'm a corporation, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm gonna get this bread and do what I gotta do, take care of my family, extend it. We can't be going to jail. Can't be getting in shootouts. Shit can happen. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It ain't like he went and was looking for it, whatever. Obviously they started dumping on him. Supposedly returned fire, whatever. However the story went, we wasn't there. But, it's just a point where we know those bullets don't got no names on his girl got hit. It could have been
Yeah.
him. We could be here talking about, this dude had this happened to this person. So yeah, niggas gotta be careful, man. Be careful.
I often
Keep your head on the swivel.
facts, and when we talk about these people, when we talk about the celebrities, whoever we talk about, I like to put myself in their shoes, even kind of looking and reflecting back after. And like I said, looking back at being 19 years old, 15, whatever, having all of this fame in this generation with everybody at their fingertips able to do what they want. And we see grown men and women responding weird when it comes to people tapping their phones on them. Yeah, 8:30. When it comes to them on social media. So you can only imagine what the young kids are going to do. And to do that and not know what kind of guidance they had around him, what kind of father, what kind of mother, what kind of home upbringing. We don't know once success came, what kind of people were in their pockets, what the trust is like. I think that they just need to have a better wall of security in gaming them and how to move and how to react. I really feel like if somebody was in an NBA YoungBoy's corner, in a Kodak Black's corner, and all these other young rappers that we see out here promoting the lean and jumping around and doing all this, mainly reflected and influenced by the generation before, which is ours. So we got to take blame for that.
Yeah.
But
that's real.
If we just had somebody to put their arm around him and just check them sometimes and let them know how to properly move. I mean, this is a very, very powerful, influential generation. Imagine what the power that they can have and what they can do.
Yeah. And that's all we, talk about. And some of them get the message, some of them don't, you know what I'm saying? But, we try to gravitate towards the one to use their platform for more positive, things. I see Bella was asking, are we going to be interviewing at the BET Awards? Definitely will be interviewing at the BET, awards without a doubt.
We will not be doing media for BET. We are independent outlet. Yeah. We are separate and all that, but we will 100% be doing media out there. That's what we're going out there for. Got a nice couple of relationships out there, so we plan on doing that, networking and doing what we do. Stan the Man Underdig. You asked me about your hat. I'm a piece of shit for that. I'm gonna get you your hat.
Oh man,
still free of charge. I'm bad at that, man. I need an assistant because that kind of shit. When it comes to mailing and doing stuff, I can just honestly admit that I'm not good at it. But I got you, my brother. I promise you, you got a hat on me for free. That's 100%, man. But
that's what's up.
Yeah, man. It is the young boy just got to move better.
Yeah. So on this quick recap, man, NBA YoungBoy was pretty much violated his probation for being involved in Miami shooting. We were rapping about that real quick. Now, the other thing that happened was Lord Jamar. He came out, we talked about that yesterday. He put a video out, not a video. He was actually doing an interview on, I think it was called Rapmatic, and he went in on Eminem and whatnot. But 50 Cent, as I pull this up real quick, responded to Lord Jamar, and y'all can see it on the screen if people that'll be watching this later. He put, Lord Jamar, you better sit your ass down. I thought you died already, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't Grand Pumbaa anyway. I'm going to need a bum ass nigga in one of my shows. I'll be reaching out shortly. He puts his picture up there with clout chasing. So essentially coming to the defense of, Eminem.
Which
was,
we knew.
Always, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And whatnot. But we talked about it, and we pretty much agreed that Eminem may have been overrated. And a lot of things that Lord Jamar said was true. We didn't agree fully with him. But what do you think, though, Sam, man, about 50 Cent? You know what I mean? Essentially, G-checking Lord Jamar in his own words.
Well, we knew yesterday, and we came when we were talking about what Lord Jamar said and who would come to his aid, because he said that real niggas don't listen to Eminem. And 50 Cent, I said 50 Cent was going to vouch for that game, vouch for that. They said he was the most dangerous in the game. I also reflected back to a time when Eminem was hot, because there was a time when he had his little run and he was dope. And a lot of real niggas fucked with Eminem.
About 15 years ago.
Right. And I'm going to reflect on that, because then we had the conversation of whether or not he deserved to be in the top 10 based off of his whole consistent body of work. And where does he fit? Is he overrated? Is he underrated? And things like that. And I think that brought on a great conversation. Now, obviously, we knew that 50 Cent was going to defend him. When we dropped it yesterday, a bunch of the comments was, yeah, hell yeah, he's overrated. I 100% agree. And then you had your some that was kind of fickle and saying, nah, here's my thing. A lot of people, even though I agree with a lot of what Lord Jamar said, you're not bumping Eminem in the gym today. You weren't listening to a lot of the zany ass singles that he came out with. But Eminem could spit. He's from Detroit, with a bunch of niggas around him doing what they do. He was ingrained in the culture. Now, this is what I would say about that, though. Once he got on, and they seen that white boy that can dunk. Oh, they ran with it, and they ran with it heavy. But he was respected throughout the culture too. So now I think that because we're in a day and age where people can type so quick and we get on these waves and it's popular to say this and unpopular to say that, that a lot of people who genuinely rock with Eminem back then won't even have the balls to say it because it's not popular to rock with Eminem as a black dude now. And that's not cool. He did his thing. You know what I mean? He had his time. I agree. The last couple of albums since 2000, I gave him 2002.
You been in high school, dog. Then, like,
I graduated in 02. So I 100% agree with that wholeheartedly. He fell off in a way that one of the greatest rappers of all time can't do. Jay-Z ain't fall off. A lot of people want to throw Nas under the bus and say that Nas hasn't had a great album since Illmatic. But no one's going to excuse the fact that Nas could still spit. Even though Eminem could still spit too, Nas is different.
But did he fall off album wise, you think, though, his body of work that he puts out? Because that's important to me and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an accumulation of your thoughts that you put into an album. And if you were legendary at one point and considered the greatest at one point, and now you're not, that means that your work has went the other way. You de-evolve instead of evolving, getting better, like Jay-Z did, and other people out there. So what would you say about Nas? Did you say that he went down or up? Because his last project, I mean, I didn't hear you raving about that. You say you didn't really deal with that. It had nice beats and all that, but
and then a lot of people blame Kanye more than they blame Nas because it wasn't that all genuine Nas sound. I rocked with it, and then I enjoyed it because it gave my son a new perspective. He was like, "Yo, I want to listen to that Nas. Dad, you got any more Nas?" And I'm like, "Damn, you don't know Nas?" And I throw in Illmatic, and here it comes. He got introduced to that through what Nas is doing today. So I don't throw away that album. It wasn't the Nas we know. And I don't blame necessarily the albums and the albums that came after Illmatic necessarily on Nas. You got to think about the producers that were on it. That body of work is a timeless body of work. And even though we've seen Michael Jackson and he was the greatest of all time, did he ever have an album that topped Thriller? And he had album after album after album after that. You know what I mean? He lived off of the greatness of what he was. And I think that I kind of put Nas in the same box. Illmatic is one of the greatest bodies of hip hop of all time. And when you have that, I mean, Eminem was great, but the greatest albums of all time, where? You know what I mean? So I think Nas is just a little different.
Yeah. I would say, well, the whole Eminem, you expect a guy like 50 Cent to come out, you know what I mean? Because that intimate relationship that they have and all that, his career and all that. So, yeah, I mean, this is what he do. He do the social media thing. But Lord Jamar, what would you say about Lord Jamar? Would you say that, would you put him into the category as clout chaser or just somebody who just don't fuck with Eminem?
He was asked a question, he answered it.
Right.
He answered it honestly. He wasn't looking for clout. He wasn't looking for attention. He said he didn't want to talk about it, but he gave his honest opinion. I don't blame him for that. Can't blame him for that. You can agree to disagree on some of his aspects, and we do. But to say that he was seeking attention in saying that and headlines, no, I don't think so. I think he's pretty solidified.
I said the 50 Cent just gave him more by doing that anyway. If he was, I mean, he gave him what he wanted by posting him up there.
Well, we knew that Eminem wasn't going to respond, and I don't know why, because this isn't something new. Lord Jamar doing this and talking about this wasn't something new. Them brothers on that station did not ask him about Eminem out of nowhere. They already knew the history. They already kind of got a energy of where that answer was going to go. So obviously, we knew that Eminem wasn't responding because he never responds to Lord Jamar. You could take that for what you will. Is he scared? He doesn't matter. We don't know. Not him. But I mean, it got 50's attention. So it got enough energy. Throughout to garner a response close enough to Eminem, about the closest to the shit talking close to Eminem as you're gonna get. So
So yeah, man, you know, that is what it is. That's up for debate. Some people are gonna love him, they're gonna swear he's in the top 10. I wouldn't put him in the top 10. Maybe top 20. You know what I mean? Definitely, probably. But then, like you said, once you start adding names, his name goes higher and higher up the list for me. But you know, definitely is a great rapper, though. I can't take that away from him.
Give me 10 rappers, and this is off the cuff, no particular order, and we're gonna forget people. So help us out in the chat room, right? 10 rappers better than Eminem as it stands today.
Jay-Z, hold up. Jay-Z, Nas, Big Pun, Rakim, KRS-One. Let's see.
Redman,
Jadakiss, Fabulous, Dave East.
Now already?
Yeah, I throw Dave East in there.
Woo!
Fuck it.
I don't put him in there yet.
Styles.
Okay.
But you can throw him in there.
That's 9. Oh, that's 10. But that
I miss so many people.
Andre.
So yeah, Andre.
3K.
Yeah, you can keep going. We go to the South. Scarface. You say Scarface?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can keep going on and on. How about UGK? That's his little
Bumby.
They legendary.
They legendary.
So, they better. They better.
Yeah,
We got them better. How about Detroit?
He might run that city.
Yeah,
he might.
I guess so. I mean, it's a lot of people, man. That
people saying Cass. They got Cass in there. Chubb Rock. I
would put Cassidy above him.
Definitely. Big L. I agree.
Big
Pac.
L.
Big. We didn't even throw them in there.
Yeah, damn. I miss Big. I was listening to Big on the way here.
Black Thought.
Yeah, that's what I said. The more and more, keep throwing them. Keep throwing the names, because the more you throw them, the more we move Eminem down the list.
Somebody said Wiz. See it, Bella. You always talking some shit. Wiz Khalifa. I fuck with Wiz, but come on.
Wiz,
not yet. Nah, I fuck with Wiz.
Yeah. He had a couple banging ass mixtapes, man.
Bun B, Rakim, J, G Rap, Face, Pac, De La, 2 Chainz. I fuck with 2 Chainz.
Yeah, 2 Chainz is underrated, I think.
Ice Cube, Electronica, Pastor Troy, and Corrupt.
So it'll be top 50.
Eminem. Damn.
I mean,
dare I say disrespectful in that though?
Oh man.
I mean, is he in anybody's? Is he in Most Def? Is he in anybody's top 10? All right, Marcus Scott got M5.
Number 5?
Got 5. He got Pac, Big, J, Nas, and then MF5. What do y'all have? Talib Kweli, I fuck with. Sauce Walker.
There's so many, man.
What do y'all have M at? Drop y'all top 5s in there right now.
Who you got M at?
For the top.
You got him in the top 20?
I had him in the top 20.
Until the name started popping up.
Had him in the top 20. But this is what I'll also say. Because every rapper that we have out there that we're throwing out right now, legendary. But I can honestly say and honestly attest to, during the era of my time of listening to hip-hop, some of them rappers maybe came a little before my time. Some of them rappers I paid a little more attention to than others. And when M came, during the time that he came, in the area that I lived in, they were highly promoted. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna check him out. I still listen to the Redmans. I still listen to Jay-Z. I still had Fab. I still had Nas. And M was different. I didn't like that high. My name is shit.
No, I ain't like that.
I didn't like that at all. But
I like some of his joints though.
When I bought the album, I fucked with some of the songs.
Yeah.
And he could spit.
Yep.
So I gave him that respect. Where do I have him at though? Well, here's I got Jay. I got Redman.
Damn. Okay.
I got Andre 3K.
Right.
I got Jadakiss.
Okay.
Of course, I got Big. I got Pac. I have
pushing further up. KRS-One.
KRS-One. Yeah, as a lyricist as hell. Yeah. KRS-One. I have let me think.
You got Nas?
Did I put Nas on there? Yeah. I shit. Nas obviously is on there.
Yeah.
I have Method Man on there for me. I have Raekwon on there for me.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's 10 right there that I'm not even thinking about.
It's too many. We could just keep throwing them all day long.
Yeah.
Like, how about T.I.?
He's not in my top.
I rock with T.I., man.
I rock with T.I. too.
Yeah, he can rap.
He can rap his ass off.
Yeah.
Is he better than M? Would he say he was better than M?
I don't know. Maybe. He's a cocky motherfucker. I mean, I think he
would.
was.
DMX. What do you put DMX at? I fuck with X, man.
Yeah, X
Dark as Hell is hot.
Yeah, he got some classics.
That shit right there when that came out, man.
X is definitely top 30, top 20. Probably. Definitely top 30.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Royce the 5'9". Man, how can I forget about Royce? Because Royce, that's Detroit.
Yeah.
And it's a toss-up between them two. And they're very highly respected MCs. I personally think that Royce is a slightly better MC than Eminem. But obviously, Eminem gets way more publicity than a Royce the 5'9". Right. I thought Book of Ryan was dope. One of the most underrated albums of 2018. It was in my top 5 albums.
Yeah,
I think at the end of the year, we were talking about Book of Ryan. I respected the hell out of that album, and I thought it was better than Kamikaze.
Yeah.
Kamikaze did crazy numbers, but obviously people were wanting to see that.
Numbers.
They wanted to see that rebound from Eminem. And I'm not going to shit on Kamikaze. It was cool, just nothing memorable. It was nothing like, yo, I got to rock this shit now.
You ain't putting that shit in your car like Lord Jamar said. You're not going to, not CDs no more, but you're not going to go to Tidal and type in Eminem and listen to him.
I tried. I was sitting there, long fucking rides, long trips. I'm sitting there, you back in the day before Tidal and everything, you throwing on Pandora. Like, let me think of a rapper. All right, fuck, let me throw on some Eminem.
I'm sorry, mama. You put that shit
on like,
it's like, what you gonna listen to?
I'm not driving off a bridge.
That's what I'm
listening to fucking driving music. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, they can talk about all types of crazy, but yeah, man, definitely, man. But
Kanye, we didn't even talk about Kanye. This crazy ass is a genius. Big boy, I fuck with Big Boy.
yeah, man,
Keep him coming.
definitely, definitely. But you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sam. Man, if you're listening in on this podcast, do us a favor, go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure that you share this video. Now, today was the day that DJ Khaled pretty much released his song with Nipsey Hussle today, and John Legend, excuse me, I'm all tongue tied there. Doing big numbers. We watched that, but another story came on the back end of that, Sam, man, about Nipsey's sister.
Yeah, I got that up right here, man. So apparently, Nipsey Hussle's daughter's mother is claiming that the late rapper's sister has been in and out of court fighting. Oh, excuse me, let me just read it. The mother of Nipsey Hussle's oldest child and the late rapper's sister have been in and out of court fighting for custody of 10-year-old Amani. In the latest development in the custody battle, Amani's mother, Tanisha Foster, is claiming that Samantha Smith took her daughter from her and refuses to give her back. Now, the blast reports that Samantha Smith previously filed documents in court, albeit behind Foster's back, to become Amani's legal guardian. Now Foster is essentially accusing Smith of kidnapping her child, claiming the law and policy of this state favors the protection of the rights of natural parents and their children. Objector has statutory priority over petitioner. This is messy. This is what we were afraid to start seeing. Something we're not really comfortable talking about because we don't like diving into people's business, in particular with kids, but we do media. It's what we got to do. What do you think about this, man?
I think this is what happens when things are not properly, your state is not properly put in order, because nobody's thinking about this type of thing. And we were talking about it on pre-production, even before we heard this story, just in general on life, just having these things in order, because like we said, it could be $500. People are going to fight over that. They're going to fight for their rights for that. So we seen, and we didn't talk about it, but we seen the mother of the child, pretty much coming out and, in an article saying her piece and whatnot and what she thought. Now we see this, and it's going to get nasty. It's going to get worse before it gets any better. And the worst part about it is that the system is going to decide this, as opposed to the family saying, okay, this is what we want to do here, or Nipsey, or whoever, before he passed. It should have been all, not say it should have been, but it could have been a situation where everything was already lined up in the event that this happened, so we wouldn't be seeing people talking about somebody being kidnapped and taken without their permission. And now the blogs got a hold of it, and now it's this one big messy Love and Hip Hop 2.0 type shit that is very, very sad, because they got a lot of things to be dealing with. They got the $10 million, the clothing. Like, this thing is something sidebar, but again, the logical person will sit here and it would say, well, what the hell did Nipsey have what was wrong with the mother that Nipsey had the daughter? Because most of the time the kid is usually with the mother. But I mean, maybe it could have been a situation where he just got along better with his father. I don't know. I don't want to get in here and start this saying we don't know what happened with the mother, but obviously it's something to where now it's an issue and the public is now talking about it.
I put it like this, because I share with my son's mother. We share time, and was in a situation where I had all time at one point, and I know how that goes. Didn't go anything through court. We mutually understood that it was the best for him to be with me at the time, and I took care of my business, love my man. She wasn't on drugs. She wasn't strung out on anything. She wasn't in a situation where she wasn't fit enough to take care of our child at any moment in time. Because anything outside of that, how can you deny the mother of the child? It's nobody's business on how well they get along. It's nobody's business on what's going on as far as the ins and outs of chore. It's nobody's business. If that mother is fit and she's not on drugs, if she's not on this, if she's not on that, then that kid needs to be with the mom. Now, you never want to take them away from family. Family is very important. And this is why this sucks, because this has to happen in front of everybody, in front of cameras, because you would like to keep this in house and make sure that the family was solidified. She's going to need to see her brother. She's going to need to see Lauren. She's going to need to see her uncles, her grandma. All that shit's still important, because that's a reflection to him. You don't want to take that away. So like you said, you wish that there was a little more of something solidified in place in writing to make sure that you can get rid of all of this back and forth, because this is the last thing I'm sure he wanted. No one wants to see this act out in front of cameras, and at the end of the day, you got a little girl in the middle of it. It's just this is nasty.
Right. And I don't know. I mean, we don't know the behind the scenes situation with this, but it's going to come down to what the judge at this point says. Okay, you think they should go there, and somebody's going to be mad, and it's going to be grudges held, and just a bad situation, to say the least. But yeah, that's the latest coming out of the Nipsey Hussle estate today.
Crazy. And somebody said, let's not do y'all, because them folks over there dealing with that teen mom craziness, white people over on MTV, is worse than Nippy's family situation. She's going to be loved regardless. She is going to be loved regardless. Yeah. That's 100%. Just doesn't need to be on camera. Let's get this solidified, taken care of, and have her seeing everybody.
And the reason that it is because like it's court orders and things that's going out there, and they're finding their way into the hands of these media outlets because something's going on. I mean, so hopefully it has a peaceful resolution.
It's a fact.
Yes, sir. But you're tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother Old God and Sandman, going in every Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Check us out 8 p.m. right here on this channel. And that's pretty much it. But also we're working on a real good deal, man, where we're going to be doing some big things. We're going to let people know real soon. We got the BET Awards coming up. You know what I mean? So if you're in LA at that time, you know what I mean, reach out to us and whatnot. We'll be out your way. You know what I mean? It's going to be mainly business, but we definitely going to be over there, networking though. You know what I'm saying?
Excited, man. We're very excited. That'll be June 20th to the 24th.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to that, man, out there in LA. The BET Awards, be networking for sure. If you're out there, if you want to network, hit us up in our email. Yeah. Definitely out there to work and have a good time. Drop them area codes right now for the people that are watching in the building this evening. Still dropping y'all top 5. Y'all keep them coming. We love the debate. About to get up out of here. That was our topics, man. That was all we got as far as news. Just to recap, NBA YoungBoy violated probation, unfortunately, from a video that came out on social media, him attending to his girlfriend who was shot during an ordeal at the Rolling Loud, which will be in New York next year. They're trying to make a pitch for that, man. Well, we got Nipsey Hussle in the situation with his young daughter and the mother and the sister, real nasty. We all see that. And then, of course, Lord Jamar airing out Eminem and 50 Cent coming to his aid, throwing a little G-check. We had a conversation about whether or not Eminem is overrated. Where's he at in your top 5, top 10, top 15? I never gave my overall synopsis on where Eminem fits, man. I got to say Eminem, based off of where my demographic and where I listen to music at my generation, he's in my top 15. I'm not going to throw him out of my top 20, even though I feel as though there are rappers that may be superior than him that I wouldn't put in my top 15. My era of music, I'm not going to shit on Eminem that crazy. A ton of rappers. When I'm talking about 5 to 14 people behind Eminem, in my opinion, you're talking about some of the greatest lyricists of all time. So that's nothing but respect for him.
Yeah, definitely, man. He can hold his own. You know what I mean? Probably against the best. You know what I mean? We'll definitely put that out there. But your body of work is your body of work, and you'll be judged by that. So everybody's gonna have their opinion on that matter, definitely. But yeah, man, on the way out, we're gonna blaze out of here to our official theme song. If y'all like it, go ahead and throw one once we get it up there by our brother Riz 609, man. I know y'all loving that joint, man. I'm loving it, man. Definitely. But yeah, man, I'll make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Also, if you're looking for us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, those links are right below us in the description box right now. Make sure everybody listening goes to follow us, and we'll definitely follow y'all back.
207 in the building, 901-512. The Bay is always in the building. We see you, Dubs, all day. Raptors or Bucks, you know what I mean? Give us our answer on your way out. Who else we got in here? I'll shoot you an email, bro. Yeah, Marcus, shoot me an email. And if I don't respond back to you in 2 days, shoot me another one. Be on me because I got a lot of shit going on, but I want to get that card. And Stan the Man, you do the same, man, because I want to drop your hat. I meant that. I'm a man of my word. I want to drop that. That's love. 416 in the building. Who else we got in here? I see Toronto's in the building. Y'all keep dropping them Jones, man. We appreciate you.
Definitely. I push Iron Kayla. I think that is Kayla. Hope I'm saying that right. Said one love to the podcast.
Love.
Definitely love. Sexy 71. We appreciate it. Also, Sia Bella, more holding it down as she always does. In the with the moderator, the wrench.
Y'all should invite rappers that are up and coming to y'all platforms. Listen, it's an open book. If y'all have any suggestions who should come on the platform, y'all having a good conversations, drop us some emails. Let us know live. We are openly engaged to do that, man. We're a young up and coming platform. Don't look at the numbers, man. We're looking to try to help anybody out who's grinding and doing the same thing we do. So if you feel like you'd be a great person or a great artist to come on the platform, you got a story to tell, holla at us, man. We that easy to contact. 901-810 in the building. Jersey's in the building.
Yeah.
414-562. I love what we do, oh God.
Yeah, man. He's active for your email, the boy Jalen.
All right, I'll drop that right now.
Definitely. Yeah, man. Definitely love what we do in the building. We're gonna get out of here tonight. You already know, man. Y'all can tune into Viral Hip Hop News Uncensored, or this channel for the latest news all week. Once we leave here, we continue to work. So it's, anything can happen at any time. So make sure y'all subscribe to those channels and hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you check your bell to make sure you get notifications. I'm having a few people saying they're not getting them. So check that. And that's all I got tonight, fam. Y'all be safe. It's beautiful out here in the East Coast. So just be safe out there. Do your thing. We'll definitely be back Monday with the podcast.
Yeah, we about to go out here and watch a little bit of Bucks game, chill on some White Walker. Yeah, heard.
Yeah.
The 118 people in the building, y'all better make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to our iTunes, Spotify, Google Play addition to the podcast, the audio version. We need y'all to go run your asses over there as soon as possible. We got some big news coming your way as far as that podcast is concerned. So make sure y'all subscribe, man. We sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all. We out of here, man. You hear Riz.
Yeah. Go ahead and subscribe, niggas.
Love y'all, man.
Yes, sir. We out of here, man. You have a beautiful, beautiful evening. Peace.